Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you. My name is Asadullah. Asad means lion, and Allah is God. So my name means Lion of God, one who is fierce, ferocious, and doing the work that is righteous and staying on the straight path. Yes, I'm Muslim, although I have experienced other different type of concepts of philosophies. I am a Muslim that is on the path of the Aqli Sunnah wa Jamaat, which means that I basically follow the Quran and Sunnah for those that can understand. Okay, this is my book of guidance. Okay, I want to just briefly mention a few things because there's a lot of stuff that's going on. A lot of people are confused. A lot of people have opinions that's based upon nothing but someone else's opinion that's based in ignorance or lack of knowledge. Okay, so there's some things that I want to clarify. First of all, I'm 66 years old. Okay, a lot of people know me by different names. I'm also known as True Master. I have a channel that's called Seafood True Master because I teach martial arts. I have over 50 years of experience in Kung Fu and different styles of Japanese martial arts. Alright, the reason why I wanted to make this video is to clarify the concept of Black Lives Matter. Okay, first of all, this t-shirt that I have on, this is black. This right here, this is black. Okay, this right here, this is brown. This is even darker than the complexion of my skin. What is my nationality? My father, Native American Mohawk. My mother, African American. Okay, when I was born, my birth certificate stated that I was a Negro. And as far as I could find the meaning of the word Negro, it means one that needs to grow. Okay, it's a word that was invented and was made up by the people of the ruling class, the Caucasian race. On white people, so-called white people, birth certificate, they always had Caucasian, which was the place that they originated from. No matter if they was Russian or Italian or French, they originated from the Caucasus Mountains in Europe, and that was the standard identification on their birth certificate. When the police put in a call, they would say, "We are apprehending a Caucasian male," etc. Okay, what's the point of this? The point of this, is that we as a people need to identify ourselves with a concept of reality that is not degrading and is not given to us by people other than ourselves. Psychologically, since we have been children, especially in my generation, black has always been deemed to mean something that was negative, something that was evil, the darkness, the blackness of the night, it was always a derogatory term. So psychologically, subconsciously, when we identify ourselves as black, okay, it's a negative that reinforces other negative images. Okay, what do I identify myself as? Okay, I could say I'm multiracial, or I could say I'm African American, or I could say I'm Native American. But I prefer to say I'm a human being. That's it. I'm a human being. And as far as people's lives that matter, all lives matter. Human lives matter. Not just black, brown, yellow, white. Human lives matter. When you go to other countries, they don't divide people into racial categories. Okay, they say they're human beings, and this is the biggest problem in America. Okay, is because we were brought over here, people of color from the continent of Africa, and a vicious thing was done to us psychologically, mentally, physically, the whole nine. We know about that. Okay, but we have allowed ourselves to be confused. We don't even know the language of the tribe that we came from originally. We don't even speak our natural language. We speak English, okay? We're so divided, so confused, all right? Now you have political politicians, Black Lives Matter. In Brooklyn, they're putting on the street, Black Lives Matter, okay? They should say human lives matter. That's not going to stop the police from shooting you down. It's not going to stop the police from busting your head open because Black Lives Matter, okay? Yeah, police brutality is out of control. I'm a victim of police brutality. When I was 12 years old, I had my head busted open as I was dressed up on my way to a movies with a bunch of friends because we happened to be going through the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time. We decided to walk instead of take a bus, okay? I had to have 9 stitches in my head, you know. I joined the Black Panther Party. I later became a member of the Black Liberation Army. Now, that's my life story, which will come out eventually in a book sooner than a lot of people think. But the point that I want to make is this, is that what we need to do is unify ourselves. Even with the Black Panther Party, okay, we never said Black Power. That was James Brown that invented that in the record. You know what I'm saying? Black Power, you know? Black Panthers used to say, power to the people. Who are the people? The people are human beings. Black, brown, red, yellow, white, whatever shades of hues or colors within that range. What makes a person a human being is their heart, their mind, their morality, their spirit, their conduct, okay? That's what makes a person a human being. There's only 2 types of people on the planet Earth. Those that are humans and those that are beasts. Beast comes in many forms, many colors, many races. A lot of so-called black people are beasts. They're shooting people down, hurting their own people, destroying their communities. Just right here in the Bronx last week, someone kicked in a door in the projects not too far from my area and shot an 8-year-old girl because they was looking for someone else and they didn't find that person, so they shot an 8-year-old girl in the stomach with a 9mm. Fortunately, she survived by the grace of Allah. You understand? So we have to realize what we're dealing with. To me, 2 people, humans and beasts. So human lives matter. And as far as the police department is concerned, the problem with the police, the whole structure needs to be torn down and rebuilt, okay? Because their training is so screwed up. It's fucked up, excuse my language, the way they're trained to not respect us, to not look at us as human beings. They look at us as objects, okay? Because of our economical locations and because, and you think they're going to treat me the same way they would treat someone else if I was living in Beverly Hills or if I was living out in the Hamptons and Long Island? No, okay? It's an economical thing, okay, that's based upon color, all right? And we're so disunified that, you know, we don't even realize the politics of economics. You know, when President Obama became president, everybody was, yay, we got a black president, yay. You know, the first thing he said when he came into office and people said, are you going to be for reparation? This was one of the biggest movements that the Black Panthers was about and that people in that generation was about, even Martin Luther King. Reparation, being repaid for the promise that was made to us for the suffering that we endured during slavery. Abraham Lincoln promised every slave 40 acres and a mule, whether they fought in the Civil War or not. Okay, that was one of the main reasons why he was assassinated, because they didn't want to give up that land that they stole from the Native Americans. They didn't want black people to have the power of land. You're nobody if you don't own any land or property. You know, you can think all you want. You may have a little house that's surrounded by a fence, but if you don't own no land, you're powerless. Okay, that's where economic power comes from. But the first thing that he said, oh, I'm not going to give reparation, and that's what they told him. you're not going to get in there and give no reparation, because we're talking about billions and billions of dollars. You understand? But let me tell you this, so you know the facts. Okay, the Native Americans have been pushing to give back the land that has been taken from them for the past 30 years. They've been fighting the war to receive the land that was taken from them over 100 years ago. Okay, in 1980s, it was Bill Clinton gave 3 tribes a total of portions of 4 states in the Midwest to compensate them. Not talking about no little piece of a reservation, but they gave them land where everybody has over 40 acres to compensate them for what they have been through and what was taken from them. I have something that I had just did some research on. There's a Native American tribe called the Shakopee, okay, and on August 9th, 2012, in the Supreme Court, they was ruled a settlement of $84,000 a month per individual, or adding it up to $1.8 million a year, each individual. Now, there's not a lot of them. There's maybe like a couple 100,000, okay? Even if there's $250,000 of them, each person gets $84,000 a month. They don't have no problems economically. They can take that money by business, or they can just take that money, lay back and lamp and relax, but they have money, and money is legal money, gives them the opportunity to make investments that gives them a security and allows them to have an influence over economics and politicians. And that's what we don't have. And we're so divided and so confused as a people that we don't realize that, okay? So I just wanted to put this out there briefly. There's a whole lot more I want to say, but I don't want to get, too deep. I know that the mentality and attention span of a lot of people is not that great, and I'm not saying that to put nobody down, okay? I'm here to try to uplift people. We fill the penitentiaries and prisons as people of color, all right? And that's because it's business. Prisons have become even privately owned, okay? It's a big economical thing, all right? But I can talk until my face turns purple, but that's not going to stop kids in the projects and down the block throwing bricks, going out and robbing, shooting and killing or whatever, because they're bombarded with things on TV, and they're bombarded with, these rappers, or with these people that are driving nice cars and $1 million mansions, and when they see that, they get like, I want that too, but they don't have the tools to get it. Most of them haven't even finished high school, haven't finished grammar school. 5th grade dropout myself. I dropped out of the 6th grade, okay? And I later went on to get an associate's and a bachelor's degree from St. John's University, okay? And I was fortunate enough to be a youth counselor and a job developer. You understand? And that was one of the greatest work that I ever did, working with the youth. But you got to offer them something, okay? You can't say don't do this and don't do that, and then they're just running around the neighborhood saying, yeah, okay, it's cool. I'm going to just, I'm just going to be broke and wait till whatever happens, okay? We had to have alternatives. And with that, enough has been said for now. I have a site called Seafood True Master. Okay, it's SIFUTRUEMASTER. If you want to see me do some kung fu and do some other stuff and do some other conversations and some things like that, you're welcome to visit my site. And hopefully you'll be hearing from me again soon. I hope the little that I said was beneficial, and believe me, it was not my intention to offend anyone or disrespect anyone, and I hope that this message has been an upliftment and an encouragement to us as a people, as human beings, and not as beasts. With that being said, Salaam Alaikum, and travel in peace.